Hi! Today we're going to be reading a book called Testing Miss Malarkey. Now, I've never read this one before. This is a new book to Miss McClellan. So if you've read this before, thumbs up. If you've not read it before, thumbs down. If you don't know, that's okay. Testing Miss Malarkey. And I want you to think about what's different from my last video. Where could I be in my house? Maybe we'll talk about it at the end. Testing Miss Malarkey. Miss Malarkey is a good teacher. Usually she's really nice. But a couple of weeks ago, she started acting a little weird. She started talking about the test. The instructional performance through understanding test. I think Mrs. Malarkey said it was called the IPTU test. This kid is saying, not another test. No wonder they pity us. But Miss Malarkey said the test wasn't that important. She said it wouldn't affect our report cards. It wouldn't mean extra homework. And if we didn't do well, we still go on to the next grade. Miss Malarkey, you shouldn't bite your nails. At recess, we played multiplication mambo. Each class got new CD-ROMs called There's Something About Decimals. After lunch, we played funny phonics. Miss Malarkey said, you never know what's going to be on the test. I before E except after C. You get to move 2 spaces. Isn't phonics fun? Can I go to the bathroom? The closer we got to the test day, the weirder things got. When I brought the attendance sheets to the office, I heard Principal Wiggins yelling about pencils. This is the test! I want the good number 2 pencils, not the kind with the crumbly erasers, and I will personally make sure they're all sharpened perfectly. He looks upset. Fish is good brain food. Some of you should eat a whale. The cafeteria lady, Mrs. Slopdown, took away the potato chips and served only fish. My food usually goes right to my stomach. In art, we each made posters about the test. Mrs. Magenta also showed us how to color in all those little circles they put on tests. During gym, we didn't play baseball or even exercise. Mr. Fitenough said we had to prepare our minds and bodies for the test. We all learned something about meditating and about something called yogurt. Like I said, things were all getting pretty weird at school. I got to thinking the test was sort of important. Your mind and body are one with the test. Even my mom knew about the test. When she read me my bedtime story, I had to complete a ditto and give the main idea before I could go to sleep. Now think in your head, what is the main idea of the story again? The main idea is what the story is mostly about. So what could we say this story is mostly about? Think about it. Mom started making me eat a really big breakfast. For lunch, she packed me a Power Bar 2000. When I got to school, I traded Adam for a fat-free bran muffin. He traded with Hannah for a baggie of carrot sticks. Hannah didn't want the Power Bar. So she asked her best friend Meredith if she would trade her for an apple. Somehow, someone must have wanted the apple, and I'm not sure what happened, but I had the Power Bar 2000 again. One night, Mom took me to a PTA meeting. A man was there talking about the test. He wasn't a teacher or a parent or even the principal, but whoever he was, he seemed to think the test was very important. So did the parents. My son is gifted in a variety of areas. Will this test hinder his Ivy League chances? Will the grade point average be reflected in the scores? Should I be concerned about performance anxiety? How will the test affect real estate prices? What the heck are they talking about? The day of the test, the janitor, Mr. Shirley, closed off the whole hallway. You couldn't even walk down it unless you had a pass, and you had to whisper. Miss Malarkey had to whisper the secret password to Mr. Shirley before she could go to room 10. That morning, there were more teachers than kids waiting for the nurse. Miss Malarkey's job was to hand out the number 2 pencils and the scratch paper. She looked like she didn't get enough sleep. Principal Wiggins was keeping the time. We couldn't even touch the test until we had waved the flag. When it was time to start, he waved the flag so hard, something happened to his hair. The test took forever. It took 2 whole days. My friend Carmine got in trouble for not using his scratch paper the right way. I thought his Ninja Warrior looked pretty good, though. Miss Malarkey caught Barry with his baseball cards. Morgan got a stomachache and had to go to the nurse. The hall monitor gave her such a hard time, she threw up right in the hallway. When Miss Malarkey said to erase all your pencil marks, Janet erased her whole test. Principal Wiggins was in the room for a while, but he had a stomachache and had to go to the nurse. I hope he didn't throw up in the hall, too. After the test, everybody got prizes and had treats, and we got extra recess. Even Stephen, who fell asleep 2 times during the test. Miss Malarkey looked wiped out, and she didn't even take the test. Here, Miss Malarkey, have my power bar 2000. It's been a long time since we took the test. Things are back to normal. Principal Wiggins isn't yelling quite as much. The cafeteria lady started serving sweet potatoes again. Mom's packing me good old peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And Miss Malarkey is letting her fingernails grow real long. I guess the test really wasn't that important after all. The end.